How's it going, everyone? Jesse Slamorella here. I have a big stack of 6 feet under to do for you today. Basically my entire collection of them. So if you don't like 6 feet under, I will see you in the next video. This is number 11 in my non-extreme metal collection. Yeah, so let's just get started because there's a fuck ton of these to go through. Alright, this is their first album. This is Haunted. This was done after Chris Barnes left Cannibal Corpse after the Bleeding album. The inside booklet and the CD there. Pretty cool symbol. It's a backwards 6 for some reason. I never really understood why it was a backwards 6, but someone knows, let me know. I mean, I'm a huge 6 Feet Under fan, obviously, but for some reason I just don't know that fact. I don't know why, but cool regardless. Here's the back. Pretty good album. It's got a lot of good songs. Silent Violence, Beneath the Black Sky, Human Target. Yeah, those are my favorite anyways. The rest of them are pretty decent, but those are my favorite. Next is their Alive and Dead live EP with a couple of new songs. You can see on the back there, it's got Insect, Drowning, Grinder, and then live versions of Suffering and Ecstasy, Human Target, Lycanthropy, and Beneath the Black Sky. It's the inside booklet. Really cool CD. I like how it's purple and stuff. I don't know why. I just like that color for some reason. Pretty cool. There's the booklet. I'm not sure which one of the 3 new songs that are on this I like best. I know I have one specific, but I haven't listened to this for quite a while, so yeah. Maybe Insect? Grinder? I don't know. Anyways, moving along. This is album number 2. This is Warpath. This is when they start getting really, really good. It's in a green jewel case, which is pretty sweet. I don't know if that's limited or not, but I like it. It's the back. The inside. The green and black logo. And the S.F.U logo there with upside down marijuana plant. Because we all know Chris Barnes likes to partake in his cannabis. A couple of my favorite songs off of this are Non-Existence, 420, believe it or not, despite the lyrical content. Revenge of the Zombie. My old band D.Aphasia used to play our own cover of Revenge of the Zombie when we did gigs and stuff like that. Yep. Next up is another live EP. This one's just called Live on Tour. Right around their Maximum Violence album, I think. Yeah, it's got War is Coming, Brainwashed, Human Target, Torture Killer, Revenge of the Zombie, and Lycanthropy. Pretty sweet. Here's the inside. Here's the disc. But yeah, pretty good. Yep. I don't know, I like their live stuff. It's pretty cool. At least the old live stuff. Maybe new stuff, maybe not so much. But and then their third album, Maximum Violence. It's got a dude with his head cranium part cut off and exposed his brain to reveal the 6 symbol there, and he's got friggin' needles and shit being jammed in his head. Pretty crazy. There's the back with the tracks you're not going to be able to read because of all the glare and shit. It's the inside CD. I used to listen the fuck out of this when I used to work at Zeller's back in the day doing the night shift, stocking and stuff. CD's not too bad condition. Yeah, lots of good songs off of this one. Feasting on the Blood of the Insane, Bonesaw, Victim of the Paranoid, No Warning Shot. No Warning Shot was the first song I ever heard by 6 Feet Under back in the day. And if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have gotten into death metal as soon as I did. Let's see here. Torture Killer, Hacked to Pieces. Yeah, pretty much 80% of this album is just amazing. So yeah, you can definitely tell I like 6 Feet Under a lot. Next up, this is 6 Feet Under's Double Dead. It's a 2-disc live and DVD set. It's a CD and a DVD of all their live stuff. Well, not all their live stuff, but of the live stuff they performed on this tour. Includes full live San Francisco show plus Double Dead DVD. Pretty cool. Apparently it's a limited edition, but limited to what? I don't fucking know. Here's the inside. And this pulls out, I'm pretty sure. If I can get it. Oh, it's one of those that opens this way. Well, son of a bitch. Figures. But, yeah. The disc isn't in here. I have it in a CD wallet with a bunch of different band live DVD performances. I should probably put it back in here though, because sticking your shit in CD wallets fucks up the back. Yeah. It's got a bunch of good shit on here. Glad to have it. Now this is where they start getting experimental, doing some funky stuff. This is Graveyard Classics, the very first one. Basically a bunch of cover songs done 6 Feet Under death metal style. The inside CD, booklet. A couple of my favorite ones on here are Son of a Bitch, Stepping Stone, California Uber Alice, which is a fucking amazing rendition of that song, in at least in my opinion. They do a version of Smoke on the Water, they do a version of Sweet Leaf, they do a version of TNT, and League with Satan, Purple Haze. Yeah, just a lot of really cool oldies songs that they just fucking down tune and do death metal vocals to. Next up is True Carnage, which is the shirt I'm wearing right now. It's really old. I don't know if you can get that anymore. It's the back. Spin that around. You can see it there. It's got the dude with the 6 on his head. I think that might be Chris Barnes. I'm not sure. There's the back. Some good songs on here is The Day the Dead Walked, Impulse to Disembowel, The Murderers, Snakes, Sick and Twisted, Cadaver Mutilator. One Bullet Left is okay. It's got like a guest vocals by some rap artist that I'm not too sure of, but it's alright. Apparently it's an enhanced CD that you can throw on your computer and watch the video for The Day the Dead Walked. I never do that shit, but yeah. Decent. Not as good as Maximum Violence, but still pretty damn good. Next up is another live thing I got by them. This is Live with Full Force. It's featuring like a bonus track called Dead and Buried, Living Life in the Grave. I think it suffers from a bit of a volume drop, so that's probably why they didn't throw it on the next album. It's got a bunch of live stuff, obviously, hence being the live disc. That's the CD, booklet. This flips out, and then the live DVD on the back that I have in that CD wallet thing that needs to come out of there and go back in here. It's an alright live one. Next up is 6 Feet Under's Graveyard Classics 2, which is basically AC/DC's Back in Black covered in its entirety by 6 Feet Under. All the songs. It's alright. It's kind of more amusing than it is really good. But some of the songs are actually done half decent. I mean, if you like Chris Barnes' vocals, of course. He's definitely one of the originators of the guttural style of vocals. Not the originator, I don't think, but one of the originators. And he's never once used effects on his voice, and they normally say that in the early 6 Feet Under albums, but yep. Not bad. More humorous than anything. Next up, one of my favorite albums by them. This is 13. I actually have a back patch of this on my battle jacket. There's the back. There's the disc and back cover. Booklet. Almost there. Still got a few more to go. Alright. Next up, giant digipack of America the Brutal. Or sorry, Bringer of Blood. Wouldn't surprise me if they called this America the Brutal, though. I think that might have been an alternative title for this album. I'm not sure. Comes in a cardboard slip case, sleeve, whatever, and then opens up a few million times. No, not that many. That disc is also in the CD wallet that I have with all the band's live stuff. Got a really weird, monstery version of the band members. Kind of cheesy, but whatever. What can you do, right? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention some of the songs I like on this one. Decomposition of the Human Race, Somewhere in the Darkness, Rest in Pieces, 13, Shadow of the Reaper was amazing in my opinion. The Suicide, The Art of Headhunting. Yeah, some of the favorite ones off of this one are America the Brutal, Murdered in the Basement, When Skin Turns Blue, Ugly, and Claustrophobia. Getting a pretty high stack here. Next up isn't exactly a 6 Feet Under release, but it's a 6 Feet Under cover band who decided to write some original material with Chris Barnes. So I'd say it's pretty much a 6 Feet Under release, because yeah. But it's really good. I basically just throw it in with my 6 Feet Under stuff and just include it as one. Swarms, an interesting, I think it's an intro, it's pretty good. Sadistic is amazing. I Killed You is amazing. Heading Towards Butchery. Honestly, Chris Barnes should have done more stuff with the guys in Torture Killer, because the material they wrote was awesome, and I could have easily stood to listen to a few more albums that were similar to that style and production. Next, back to the official 6 Feet Under stuff, is Commandment, or skull imagery and corpse stuff. There's the back. And the inside CD, and the back of the inside booklet with credits and shit. This is where they started kind of slowly getting like into recycled riffs, and it wasn't really super duper original after this point. Which is why I said I could have standed to hear more stuff of Chris Barnes collabing with Torture Killer, because that was really cool. The Edge of the Hatchet's pretty good. As the Blade Turns, Resurrection of the Rotten's okay. And the rest just kind of seems like filler. I wasn't a big fan of Doomsday. They made Doomsday the the debut single from this album. I really don't see why. Like the second song is even better. Thou Shalt Kill, so much better than that one. But oh well. Next, I don't know why it's got mixed up in here at this chronological order, but this is the Bringer of Blood three song sampler before the album actually dropped. It has America the Brutal, My Hatred, and When Skin Turns Blue on it. I don't know how I got my hands on this, but it's kind of cool. It's probably pretty rare. Probably limited to a few 100 copies or so. It doesn't say that anywhere, but I'm just going to assume because, yeah. Oh, it's also got CD-ROM stuff too. Cool. All right, well, that needs to go back before the album. Shit. All right, next up, let's try to hurry and wrap this thing up here. It's got Death Rituals. I think this is before they departed with Terry Butler and the main 6 Under crew that was with these guys. Inside, pretty cool. It's got an Ankh. I like Egyptian imagery, and I love the Ankh symbol. It's pretty cool. It's a precursor to the Christian cross. So, yeah. This was definitely a lot better of an album than Commandment. Seed of Filth, Bastard, Shot in the Head, 10 Deadly Plagues, Murder Addiction. Yeah, definitely a lot better material here, for sure. Next is when Chris Barnes started branching out, and I think got rid of a couple of his members and started incorporating different guitarists and stuff to really change the sound. This is the first one that kind of did that. This is Undead. Oh, you can see that sticker there that shows it. Motherfucker, why? Anyway, there's a sticker there. It says Undead. There's the back. It's apparently 30th anniversary of Metal Blade Records. That's cool, I guess. They've been around for a while. Digipacks. Unfortunately, the next three are all Digipacks. Fuck me. There's the disc. There's the inside. Really cool artwork. Wow, that's creepy. But yeah, definitely changed up the sound. Pretty cool. Just different guitar sounds all together. Pretty decent songs too, like Frozen at the Moment of Death, Formaldehyde, Missing Victims is alright, Delayed Combustion Device, Vampire Apocalypse. Yeah. I like the fact that he branched out and grabbed some new guitarists and tried to find a new sound, because it was getting pretty stale. Like one more album that was worse than Commandment, and I probably would have dipped. Here's the next one, Undead. This one kind of almost took a deathcore kind of direction. Almost. Like there's stuff that sounds like it's really close to a breakdown. There's lower tuned guitars for sure. Here's the inside disc booklet with the new band members. But yeah, I like this one better than Undead. Unborn is definitely better. Zombie Blood Curse, Incision, Sinister Craving, The Curse of Ancients. Yeah, definitely better. But and then the one that kind of got bad reviews all around and just starts to sound more like recycled old 6 Feet Under stuff. This is Crypt of the Devil. I got it anyways just because it was new 6 Feet Under, and I'm probably just going to continue getting them just to be a completionist. Here's the back. I know Cover Killer Nation gave this a shit review. Someone else gave it a shit review. And a lot of people just like talking trash about Chris Barnes' vocals. I don't know why. I like his vocals, you know. I mean, this album has the dudes from Cannabis Corpse, you know, doing guitar and stuff for it. So, like, if you like Cannabis Corpse, then you like this. Song titles, aren't really the most original, but who cares? Like Open Coffin Orgy, Broken Bottle Rape, Break the Cross in Half, Slit Wrists, Stab, The Night Bleeds, Compulsion to Brutalize, Eternal in Darkness, Gruesome. It's just, I don't know. It's cool. I don't mind the fact that it has kind of cliche death metal song titles. It doesn't bother me. The song Stab kind of reminds me of the movie Inside Scream, the horror movies, where they start like doing movies inside the movie. Kind of amuses me. I don't know why, but that's what it reminded me of. I know the lyrics are probably nothing to do with it, but just that's what it reminded me of. And it's pretty cool. That is my ginormous stack of 6 Feet Under. I'm going to pull this up just to kind of give you a perspective of how much these guys have released over the years. That's the entire thing. That's a lot of 6 Feet Under. But yeah, I don't know. I think they kind of realized that they're kind of going through, or Chris Barnes realized that they're kind of going through a stale stage, and he's like, well, we need to pitch it up, we need to change it up, and he brought in some new guitarists, some new sounds and stuff like that, and at least he realizes that he needs to switch things up a bit. Like, he's not a dumbass, so you gotta give him some credit there, even if you don't really like Crypt of the Devil. But I'm sure the next 6 Feet Under release will be pretty awesome to combat that slight slip there, which I don't even really find it's a slight slip. I just see it harkening back to kind of like the older, not like old stuff, but like stuff like just slightly pre-Commandment, like 13, or some elements from Bringer of Blood and this album, actually. So, I don't know. Let me know if you like Chris Barnes. Let me know if you prefer Cannibal Corpse's new guy instead. Let me know what you think about future 6 Feet Under releases. Do you think Chris Barnes is a hack? Do you think he's a has-been? Do you think he needs to stop producing music? Do you love him? Do you think he needs to produce more music? Don't be afraid to start up a conversation in the comment section, people. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video, which will have a lot more different bands in it. This is Jesse Slamrella. Stay sick.